Hey there, we're here in Las Cruces and we are cooking dinner, having some fun together. I'm Carol Ann.
I'm Jane.
And I am Kate. And tonight we chose a recipe of beef and vegetable fried rice. And so we're going to just go over a couple of the ingredients with you. Hopefully they are things that you would maybe already have at home. And if you're looking for kind of a last minute dinner idea, looking into your pantry, into your freezer, the recipe really is what we consider a little bit vegetable forward. So though we are the New Mexico Beef Council, we love to look for opportunities to include vegetables in our dishes. So the recipe calls for a pound of 93.7 ground beef, which is going to be considered lean. It also then calls for a little bit of ginger, some fresh garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, some minute rice. It did call for frozen sugar snap peas. We weren't able to find that, so we pivoted a little bit to a vegetable stir fry, and then some green onion. Also, because we're in New Mexico, some hatch green chili. So I think we're ready to get started. Now we are going to brown the ground beef. So I just opened this. The first step is to just get the ground beef started browning and add in the garlic and the ginger.
So if you don't have a garlic press, this is how I mince my garlic. So I just hit it with a knife, and then that makes it easier to peel. So then what I've learned is this is the bitter part of garlic. So if you cut these guys off, then you don't have that really bitter garlic.
So we're going to let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it gets brown. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. All right, so I'm gonna just stir all this up. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so the next step was to just remove the cooked ground beef, the slotted spoon to a separate container, to then do the fried rice and the vegetable portion.
So we boiled some water. We're gonna add it in. This is our lovely quick rice. We'll add another 2 cups, and then we're gonna pull it off the heat. We're gonna leave it for 5 minutes.
And while the rice is cooking, we can go on with the rest of the stir fry side of it. So we have just 2 tablespoons of water here. So we're just gonna put that in our skillet. And with that, we are then going to add, again, our frozen vegetables. And don't be afraid of frozen vegetables. They are a great option if you don't have access to a fresh vegetable. And if you do, please feel free to use those. We did both. We did a fresh and a frozen, but I'm gonna add the frozen vegetables here, let those cook, and then I'm actually going to add in the sesame oil and the soy sauce as well. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then we are going to add 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. We're gonna just let that simmer for a little bit. And then once that's cooked, we will add back in the ground beef and the rice.
A little bit of measuring with love on some green chili.
All the things that you love, garlic and green chili, can
Honestly.
be measured with love.
Honestly.
Okay, so I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit. I'm gonna add in the fresh bell peppers that Jane so graciously chopped for us here. We're gonna just let this simmer for a little bit while our rice is cooking. Now I'm going to check on our rice. Looks like it is nice and fluffy, ready to go. So we will add back into the pot our ground beef mixture, which again was our ground beef and the ginger and the freshly grated garlic. So we're gonna add that, and then we're gonna add our rice, and it is a 1-pot meal here. And just mix it all together. And being able to use really whatever type of ground beef that you have available to you. I think, judging by this, we could have easily probably doubled the amount of ground beef, but we also have all of the other ingredients which are going to help add some substance to the meal as well. All right, and I think we will be ready to eat very soon. So the last step for this, before we eat, is to add in some freshly diced green onions. So I'm just going to add that here to the top, adding a little additional color and texture.
So this was our beef and vegetable fried rice. It was quite delicious, highly recommend it, and it was really fun to try it tonight.
Thank you for joining us as we tried this recipe that is very visually appealing to the eye, full of lots of vegetables, an excellent source of protein in beef, and also whole grains in the rice.
So if you want to try this recipe, it'll be linked below and at nmbeef.com.